Quick review, PubMed is basically the public access point to something called the Medline database, which is a database of peer-reviewed medical-related journal articles maintained by the National Institute of Health under the National Library of Medicine. It's a very comprehensive resource for medical peer-reviewed journal articles. My suggestion is to expand the search capability of this website in a specific way so as to increase the overall transparency of funding sources amongst the research available within this database. From the homepage, you can run a basic keyword search, or you can click the advanced search feature and query the database for specific fields. This is where my suggestion comes in, and here's a perfect example of it. This study by notorious low-carb researcher Robert Lustig serves the purpose. Oftentimes, the funders of a study are listed in a field called acknowledgments. In this case, you can see how this study was funded by the Robert C. and Veronica Atkins Foundation. Acknowledgments is the field that you would want to be able to search in order to see who funded this study. This is where it gets interesting. Acknowledgments is not a searchable field on PubMed. Looking back at the advanced search page, we can see all of the fields available to query the database. Am I missing something? Acknowledgments is not available as a search field. You may notice a searchable field called Grant ID. Now, I'm no expert on this database, but my guess would be that large institutional research projects are funded by grants, which can be identified by their grant ID. I imagine that much of the research published in peer-reviewed journals and found in the Medline database on PubMed was not funded by large institutional grants, and therefore the funding sources are listed in the acknowledgments section. So to reiterate, my suggestion is that NIH expand the query capability of the PubMed database to include acknowledgments as a searchable field. Let me know if I'm missing something, and in fact, there is an easy way to pull up all of the studies funded by the Atkins Foundation or the National Dairy Council, because that's what I wanted to see in the first place. Does any of the research that Atkins or the Dairy Council puts out point to negative health outcomes as a result of consuming their products? Or is it all just a rosy picture? That would be transparency, but there's no easy way to see all of that research.